Every time the papal seat becomes vacant, the world turns its eyes to the Vatican. Behind the ancient walls of the Sistine Chapel, a centuries-old ritual unfolds in silence and secrecy. It's called the Papal Conclave, the sacred process through which the Catholic Church elects its next pope. But how does it really work? Who gets to vote? And what happens behind those closed doors? In this documentary, we take you inside one of the most mysterious and spiritual elections on Earth, the making of a pope. With growing curiosity about who might become the next pope, it's important to understand how the Catholic Church carries out one of its most sacred and mysterious processes, the Papal Conclave. This centuries-old tradition is how a new spiritual leader is chosen to guide over 1 billion Catholics worldwide. It's a blend of prayer, tradition, and strict protocol, far removed from the public eye. The responsibility of electing the new pope lies with the College of Cardinals. However, not every cardinal is allowed to vote. According to church rules, only cardinals under the age of 80 can take part in the conclave. That means, out of the 252 cardinals around the world, only about 135 are eligible to vote. Additionally, a rule introduced by Pope Paul VI limits the number of voting cardinals to 120. While this cap has occasionally been ignored in recent elections, it technically means that some qualified cardinals could be excluded if the number exceeds the limit. Once the conclave begins, all cardinals are required to swear an oath of secrecy. They are completely cut off from the outside world. No phones, no press, and no communication with anyone beyond the Vatican walls. This isolation ensures that the process is not influenced by politics or external pressures, allowing the cardinals to focus on spiritual discernment guided by the Holy Spirit. Interestingly, any baptized male Catholic is technically eligible to be elected pope, even someone who isn't a cardinal or a priest. However, this hasn't happened since 1378. In practice, the new pope is always chosen from among the cardinals, making the process more familiar and structured. The voting is a deeply spiritual ritual. Each cardinal writes the name of his chosen candidate on a folded ballot and places it into a chalice on the altar, praying, "I call as my witness Christ, the Lord, who will be my judge." To be elected, a candidate must receive a 2/3 majority. If no one reaches this threshold after several ballots, the cardinals pause for prayer and reflection before continuing. This can take time, sometimes days or even weeks. The longest conclave in church history lasted nearly 3 years, between 1268 and 1271. After each voting round, the ballots are burned in a stove. Special chemicals are added to create colored smoke that signals the outcome to the outside world. Black smoke means no pope has been chosen yet. White smoke means a new pope has been elected. At that point, the dean of the College of Cardinals approaches the chosen candidate and asks 2 key questions. Do you accept your canonical election as Supreme Pontiff? And by what name shall you be called? If the candidate accepts, he becomes the Pope immediately. He is dressed in papal robes and brought to the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica. There, he delivers his first blessing, Urbi et Orbi, meaning to the city and to the world. The bells of St. Peter's ring out, and Catholics around the globe celebrate the election of a new shepherd, the successor to St. Peter, the first pope. In a world full of fast-breaking news and instant communication, the Papal Conclave remains a solemn and timeless tradition. It is a powerful moment of unity and faith for the Catholic Church, where prayer and sacred duty come together to shape the future